much to my delight, I was wrong about the price. I thought it was going to be 130 sol for Nicole and I to enter here. But little did I know, after talking to the person at the ticket office, it was 70 sol, and that ticket is good for 2 people for here, Pisac, Chinchero, and Moray over the next 2 days. So that is pretty exciting. We were just able to hire a guide for 80 sol for the complete tour here, which is about $22. The price for Nicole and I to enter here and have access to 3 other archaeological sites in the Sacred Valley, area, was 70 sol, which is about $18. So pretty damn good value if you ask me.
Was built in the period of Pachacuti Inca in the 15th century. Pachacuti was the 9th Inca king, the most powerful, because he expanded the territory of the Incas to South America, to Ecuador, Tucumán, Argentina, La Paz, Bolivia, almost the whole country of Bolivia, Chile, and Colombia.
Amazing. So we were just explained that this place was originally administrative and agricultural and religious, and then when the Spanish defeat the Incas at Sacsayhuaman, Cusco, they retreated to here and converted it to more so of a fortress.
Right.
And this was the first place the Incas defeated the Spanish, and they used the flooding of the valley in their own defense. And this is only in the rainy season?
Only in the rainy season, these wildflowers. You're gonna see in the whole valley these type of flowers.
Okay.
And it's called serpentine, it's in the corner. Kind of green or blue rock.
Right.
Serpentine.
Yeah? So all these archaeological sites were stone quarries because they have to build here, terraces, buildings. But just in Ollantaytambo, this was unique place that the Incas brought from 6 kilometers far away this type of rock. I'm gonna show you how they brought it to here. Huh?
Yep.
These rocks were perfectly interlocked, that every niche, not the doors, all these niches are acoustic niches. Huh? But what I want to show here also, that you're gonna notice all the construction in the 1400s. Yeah? Most of the doorways and these blind windows or niches are with trapezoidal and rectangular shape. Huh? Also, you're gonna see the lean of the wall. Look at this, it's from 6 to 14 degrees, but this they calculate 13 degrees in. Huh? But this look, it's totally different. It's a straight, and the lean is not in, it's out. Like this. Huh? It was another wall here. Wall here.
Supporting this.
Yes.
Okay.
Why they build with that shape, trapezoidal rectangular, with the lean of the walls? Because these were anti-seismic wall to prevent earthquakes. And that is why they build with that shape. What happened in Cusco, 1650, 1950, most of these colonial houses, the Catholic churches collapsed, destroyed, but Inca walls were intact because these were built with that technique to prevent earthquakes. Yeah?
Now, I noticed there's a clear difference. We were at Machu Picchu. Our guide told us that the better architecture is for the sacred areas, and the more primitive architecture is for the common areas.
Common areas, right.
Although there's no proof for this, is it possible that the Incas inherited this from a greater civilization before them,
Right.
and built on top of that?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes. What the Incas did, the Incas conquered pre-Columbian, civilizations, and they took the best from these pre-Columbian, pre-Incans. They were good engineers, architects, astronomers. They took all the knowledge and they joined to the last one. For example, here we're gonna see a pre-Incan architecture. Come to this fine stone wall. these were ornamental terraces to decorate the religious sector. That is why it's changing the architecture. Along the valley, you're gonna see more agricultural terraces from Inca's time. Locals are still cultivating there. Not here because it's like a museum for you. Yeah?
But those are still Incas.
Incas.
They're still being used to this day.
It's still being used.
Wow.
Yeah? Now, these white fields are strawberries, but they put plastic to increase the temperature. Yeah.
Okay.
Look at here, the Inca sofa.
The Inca sofa.
This is carved on a bedrock. We call the throne of the Inca and wife Koya, oriented to the valleys with the beautiful views. Look at this big pink granite.
Okay, see
Yes?
how?
You're gonna see that.
These are almost perfect rocks.
Yes.
That's why I ask, even though archaeologists will not agree, it's as if the Incas inherited this site from a greater civilization before them. Because look at these rocks.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Okay.
Temple of the Sun.
Yeah. Okay. Look at again the mountain. On the top, very top, you can see the flag.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Please try to follow the left side edge of the mountain. Yeah, edge like 500 meters below. There is another rock that seems like it's falling down. Behind this, there is another profile.
Does it look like a face?
See, you
I
can
think I see it.
Oh yes, I see it out like a eye, like a crown carved. Inca king was always using this crown, and this was used for astronomical observatory. Exactly. June 21st is winter solstice, for you summer. So the sun rises exactly to the profile, to the face.
Wow.
And then to here, to these six blocks of rocks. 1 to 6, these ones. To all this sunrise also.
That's what it looks
June
like on the
21st.
solstice?
Yes, winter solstice. From June 21st until June 23rd in the morning. So the Incas calculated the time from this light and shadow. That was the way to calculate period of times. So this was astronomical observatory, at the same time religious. Why? Look at in the middle of the rock. Yeah, it's carved.
Yeah.
Yeah, behind a low relief Southern Cross.
Southern Cross.
Is one of the constellations of the Milky Way, right? Also is the religious symbol of Mother Earth, Pachamama.
Pachamama.
But here, look, you're gonna see just 3. I'm gonna show you the recreation. Look. Also is with 7 and 9 steps. You're gonna see in Bolivia, Tiahuanaco.
Tiwanaku
Why in
Pumapumpu.
Bolivia, Tiahuanaco? Because this, according to the history, these were the best architects. So from Tiahuanaco, they came to here, conquered by the Incas. They came to here to pay a taxes work. That was a mandatory. You know, it was called mita, and they built with 5 steps here. 5 steps, 5 steps. And because this was pre-Incan.
If you look very carefully, right there, there's the profile of a face. Pachacutec, the 9th Inca king. The Incas actually carved his face into the side of the rock because on June 21st, the southern hemisphere's winter solstice, the sun rises right there to shine right here. The Temple of the Sun. And look at these fucking rocks. If you ask me, the Incas inherited this. Of course, archaeologists will not agree with that. But look at these fucking rocks. This is pre-Incan?
Yes, what 2,000 years old.
So this structure that I am surrounded in right now is pre-Incan, which means the Incans came here and assimilated these buildings and whatever knowledge and technology that this culture had before them. Very interesting. So this is all pre-Incan?
All are pre-Incan. Also those camouflage in the mountains, those are pre-Incan construction also.
Wow.
Like garden houses, you like a garden house. Pre-Incan walls here.
Some more pre-Incan
Construction here.
structures right here.
Very nice spot. How is Machu Picchu? Is full with tourists or this?
No,
No, it's very
not
calm.
full. Very
Yeah.
calm, yes. Some more indications of storage houses for food and grains and such. These large windows would allow the wind to come in and dry them out and keep the air circulated. That is more storage houses up there as well. That hole is where the drain would come up from a higher level, and then it drains all the way here on the side of these stairs. But now the water does no longer flows here in this drain at this site because they have rerouted the water to be effective for the modern local cornfields nearby. And right here you can see in between the stairs and the side of the mountain there's another water channel. But check this out. They blocked it off so the water would come out of right here and water this terrace, and then that of course would flow down. And that is the technology the Incas used all around this site and other sites.
Look here.
While our tour guide was explaining to us yet another astronomical observatory, of the Incas, I looked down and happened to see a fucking black widow spider. That was really gnarly. I don't know if it's the poisonous spider. I know it's one of the poisonous spiders one of the most poisonous spiders in the world. But that was really awesome. So this is Condor Mountain. It was a religious site. You can see the beak and then the wings. So imagine like a bird perched. There's the beak and then there's the wings. And then there is an altar they used. And this was a sacred religious site according to archaeologists. You know, just perfect square cut stones. What the fuck? Look at this shit. The Incas, look at these perfectly square cut stones. And we bitch about our Wi-Fi speed.
We call here, yeah?
Agave?
Agave is American agave.
That tall one?
That is what we thought was aloe.
Oh, it's
Here,
agave.
We don't have aloe here. We have just in the eyebrow jungle or rainforest aloe.
Archaeologists have determined that this was a small place for meditation. Again, this was unfinished. A lot of ruins under the 9th Incan king Pachacutec. A lot of the architecture that was being built under his rule was largely unfinished because that's when the Spanish came in and fucked shit up. They couldn't finish things. So sites like this and Machu Picchu, so many other Incan sites would have been much more grandiose, much more bigger, much more full of more architecture. But, you know, the fucking Catholic Church had to come in and fuck it up. Moo. 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 It's amazing carving.
Yeah. Look at this high and low carved again in the bedrock. Huh? Southern Cross, symbol of the Mother Earth. Yeah? The water is coming from the glacier by Inca channels. In special occasions, winter solstice, summer solstice, equinoxes, they use the water for purification like a baptism, just the head. Huh? The other days of the year, they use the water for domestic purpose, for laundry, animals, irrigation, you know. So it was used for many uses, yeah?
The heavy solids sink
Right.
and the pure water drops down into the fountain.
Yes, the dust goes down.
Wow.
So these water fountains were...
So right here was the bath of the Incan princess. Pretty cool. We are here in Ollantaytambo. We're in this amazing archaeological site. And wouldn't you fucking know it, some piece of shit left their wrapper on the ground. So I'll be the adult and pick it up for them.
Temple of the water.
Temple of the water.
This window is facing to the east. Yeah? Again, in June 21st, the sun rises through the face to the Temple of the Sun and also through here, exactly to the channel.
So this is another built-in astronomical feature of the architecture. The southern hemisphere's winter solstice. The sun shines right there and points exactly at this spot, as if the gods are blessing the water themselves. Wow.